Uh, Moving on to the last topic of this session, the use of media, audiovisual aids in bringing awareness about pharmacovigilance. We have with us Dr. Shiv Murthy. Dr. Shiv Murthy, he brings with him 21 years of experience in the Department of Clinical Pharmacology and Drug Development with hands on experience in different areas such as clinical operations, BAB studies, clinical trials, including the phase 1 to phase 4 phases, pharmacovigilance, regulatory, and quality management. He has worked in reputed companies such as Novo Nordisk, Lotus Lab, Jubilant Life Sciences, uh, Cartesian Clinical Research, Fortis Clinical Research, Notrox Research, Semler Research Center, etc. The trials conducted and data generated were submitted to and audited by various national and international agencies such as DCGI, US FDA, EMA, MHRA, etc. Dr. Murthy has also taught in various reputed medical institutions such as St. John's Medical College, Bangalore, MGMCRI Pondicherry, DM WIMS Vinand, etc. He is currently working at Department of Pharmacology, Dr. Chandrama Dayanand Sagar Institute of Medical Education and Research, Bangalore. Over to you, Dr. Murthy.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, are you audible?
Okay, thank you very much. Can I share my slide? Can you confirm whether you can see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So,
Go for the slide share mode, sir.
yeah, I'm doing.
Full screen.
Okay, is it okay now?
Yeah, you can go for the full screen mode, sir.
Yeah, I just entered into full screen mode. Can you see full screen mode? Can you confirm? Is it in full screen mode now?
Not really. Not really.
Yeah, now?
No, sir. Not as yet.
Okay.
So click on the sixth icon from, yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, you can click on the sixth icon here, sir. Yeah. Below
Yeah,
this
I
one.
did that actually. But,
The first one below, yeah, this one, sir. Just click on that one.
Yeah, is it fine? Can you see it?
Not really. Try clicking it again, sir.
Actually, it is in screen
Yeah,
share mode.
it's probably going into screen share mode.
Is it okay?
Yeah, we can go ahead with this, sir. We can.
Okay, so thank you very much to the organizers. Can you close the room? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry in between. Yeah, so thank you very much to the organizers, Dr. Chinmaya and Dr. Rojaramani Madam, for giving me this opportunity, and it is a wonderful occasion to address all of you. And this is the second World Global Conference on Pharmacovigilance organized by Global Pharmacovigilance Society. Last year also we had very nice program, and this time again it has compounded into next level, and we had so many presentations. And now we have come to the last presentation. I may take 25 to 30 minutes, but I'm sure I would like to assure you that it will be a definitely a little bit entertaining presentation, but also you will enjoy looking at various medias that are available and that can be used for popularizing the pharmacovigilance. So let us try. Let us start our presentation. Let me start with a song which which is written by me. Basically, this is a song in folk tune which I have written, and I have sung this also. Let me just try for a few seconds, and then I'll come back to you. It is in Kannada. It is our mother language in Karnataka, but I will just explain you that also. Tandano tano tanandano tano Tandano tano tanandano tano ವೈದ್ಯರ ಸಲಹೆ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿ ಮಾತ್ರೆ ತಿನ್ನಲೇ ವೈದ್ಯರ ಸಲಹೆ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿ ಮಾತ್ರೆ ತಿನ್ನಲೇ ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿ ಮಾತ್ರೆ ತಿನ್ನಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಕಾಲಿಲ್ಲೇ ತಂದನ್ನೋ ತಾನೋ ತಾನಂದನ್ನೋ ತಾನೋ ತಂದನ್ನೋ ತಾನೋ ತಾನಂದನ್ನೋ ತಾನೋ. So hope all of you enjoyed listening to this tone. It is a folk tune. Basically, the message that is conveyed is that if any pregnant lady undergoes any self-medication, then there are chances that baby will be born without legs and without arms. It is conveyed in a very in soft way and in a acceptable way to the villagers and to anyone in the society. And I believe that like this is a safety issue, drug safety issue, which we are trying to give it to the local people and to anyone and everyone in this world, especially those who are talking this language. And the same thing can be adopted or similarly can be written in other languages. And I believe that that will be more acceptable and attracting to the people. Now, let me show you one more video which is related to cardiovascular adverse drug reactions. Now you can see that there is a video playing and which is talking about normal sinus rhythm. And if a drug is given, if there is a sick sinus syndrome, then you can see that sinus there is a sinus node is not properly functioning, and because of that reason now there is a atrial fibrillation. You can see here because of atrial fibrillation there is no coordination between the atrium and ventricle. Like this, I think if we use some of the media.
Pardon, sir. Sir, slides are not moving.
Yeah. Now can you see?
No, sir.
Not move?
Okay. No. Yes. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Did you hear the music and other things?
Yes,
No?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes.
You heard and you saw the video?
Yeah, you can click on that play link.
Okay.
Yeah, play button.
Yeah, let me just try it again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you hear? Yeah, this is the sinus, normal sinus rhythm, where artery and ventricular rhythm is okay. Now we have sick sinus syndrome induced by a drug. You can see that atrium and ventricle, they are not functioning together. They are going in a
Wow! Bonjour ma chère, tu as pas mis Michael. Come cela était l'île?
Differently. So I believe that you appreciated that, like these are the very easier and interesting ways to attract the audience and popularize that adverse events can be caused by the drugs. So all of you are able to hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'll try to introduce the list of means that can be probably we can try to adopt, and I have tried adopting some of them, and I think 2/3 of the medias have tried adopting them, and still I am yet to achieve all of them. But I would like to give a list of medias that can be easily adopted so that we can try to convey the pharmacovigilance messages to various people. I just demonstrated songs, videos, advantages of them, and then street plays can be played. I will show you in my next few slides. In short movies, I think there was a competition last year and we have already heard. I will show you that also. Newspaper articles you can write, we can conduct quiz. Social media can be used for popularizing the pharmacovigilance concepts, and story writing and case stories, moral stories can be displayed to the population. And then reflective writings, this is another interesting thing where the patients who experience their adverse events, they can write, uh, physicians can write, or any others can also write about what is their experience, what are the corrective measures that can be adopted. Then panel discussions we had yesterday, and similarly we can also include general public to display our pharmacovigilance concepts. Of FM and all India radio stations can be used for displaying the safety information. And then wall paintings can be done. Now we are like environmental days and all, they are doing wall painting. Similarly, pharmacovigilance concepts can also be painted and shown to the general public, and their importance can be given to the population. Then posters in hospitals can be another attractive way of attracting the eyeballs. Then public webinars can be conducted, including the public and also professionals. Then experience sharing by the patients, like after I am blocking their identity, we can very well record their views, and I'm sure that will be helpful. Skill lab modules and similar models and simulations can be used. Postcard stamps, like we can request the government to release postcard stamps on during the National Pharmacovigilance Week. Tabletop models as the reminder. So free gifts can be given to the physicians, where they will act as the reminders to the physicians to report the adverse drug reactions. Pharmacovigilance Week celebration, it was a huge success last year in India. I'm sure it will be a recurring event, and it will add value to pharmacovigilance. Calendars and wall tables can be calendars on wall and tabletop calendars can be created. Conferences, workshops we are already attending. Laser shows, or like thalidomide disaster, how what happened, we can try to popularize this event or similar events any other, where we can attract more people. Like now we have laser show for Mysore Palace and the history. Similarly, we can have some shows someday, and we can see that like Palm Jumeirah, like in Dubai, there is a big tower. I forgot its name. There usually once in a while they display something. There also we can request sometime to show some pharmacovigilance day initiatives or something like that. Then puppet shows and role models can be puppet shows are the another way we can also display the information. Role models like leaders, actors like Amitabh Bachchan, or some famous personalities, even our PM. Even if we speak for 1 minute about pharmacovigilance, I'm sure it will attract the eyeballs and ears throughout the world. Then involvement of actors and famous personalities can be another method. Next is podcasts. So I recently started. This is using the technology. We can broadcast our thoughts and information regarding pharmacovigilance in all the languages, sometimes in local language, in English, and in the international language. Then public address systems, when we are conducting any rallies, walkathon, marathon, or selfie abhiyan, at that time we can use these public address systems and create the awareness. And then ADR cards. So these are the ADR cards. Like recently, Dr. Chinmaya and et al. They initiated this one unique, one patient, one adverse event, one card. So it's another like Aadhaar card. We can have ADR card. So these are some of the medias. Let me try demonstrating you like how I have utilized these medias. You can see here, I created, last year I participated in the national level competition and I got the first prize. But the information that was included in this brand abuse, where one brand name is there are four different molecules are having the same brand, and it is confusing, and there are a lot of therapeutic failures are there, and also there was drug event related to it, and there was no information available in the general public how to report these things. And we tried, I tried through this movie, and advantage of this is that you can see here the like once the this program is conducted and prize is announced, this got reflected in the major newspapers like the Hindu and Indian Express and Udayakala. All these, like they are penetrating. The information is penetrating to every nook and corner in in India and throughout the world. That there is something called as pharmacovigilance. There is something called as brand abuse, and the story was taken up for the further discussion. And this event again initiated a radio call with me, and I went to All India Radio, and then I gave a talk on this and conveyed a lot of messages. So what are the issues related to it and how we can prevent this? And again, regarding the prescription error practices, so I created one more 1-minute video, and it became a very popular one among the healthcare professionals. And the message is that the doctor written the prescription in a illegible way, and that led to the confusion, and it led to the adverse drug reaction, and the solution is print the prescription. This kind of messages can be given in a very short videos, and we can popularize it, and I hope that it will lead to change in the practice. Next one is that I presented a paper on adverse drug reactions in children in an international conference, and they fortunately awarded. And I believe that the prize was given to this subject, that is adverse drug reactions in children. And then I took it to the level that like I wrote an article detailing the adverse drug reactions in children, the effect of drugs in children, what are the reasons why we get the adverse drug reactions, and then it got reflected in the various almost 8 news channels, news companies. They published my article, and it became a like something. What I'm saying, that the message is conveyed to the public in a broader manner. So because the people identified this topic, and I took the initiative and then went on to publish, and then it took a different shape altogether. And so next is that like since we conducted the National Pharmacovigilance Week, we got an idea that okay, this is something innovative thing, like let us do this pharmacovigilance reflective writing ebook. Then we announced it as a competition. We got very good stories where like we identified 15 different issues that can be like countered during your general practice, and all these 15 issues are highlighted in this reflective writing. And I wrote an editorial, and I published in this, and then we got a wide acceptance to this ebook. And Arshia Bandari, yesterday she was there, she was moderating the panel discussion. Thanks to her, and she took the responsibility of writing a article and publishing the Uppsala reports. And now this ebook is displayed in Uppsala reports website. So anyone can download this and take the information for further implementing. Now 15 ideas where we can try to reduce the adverse drug reactions can be implemented. Like this, we have, then we create during the National Pharmacovigilance Week, one day we had street play as an event, and we involved well-known pediatrician who is with us, Dr. Asha Venkapal. She took it very active participation, and she was part of our discussion. And the advantage of this kind of street plays, what happened here, the patients directly interacted with us, and doctor-patient interaction happened, and we enacted. I wrote a song and a script and music adapted to it, and we displayed it. After that, we had direct interaction between the physician and the doctors in a public space, where like they interacted and they encouraged to report the adverse drug reactions. In that way, we tried conveying the message right from the top to bottom, like from the patient to doctor, in between, from AMC center, all got involved in this. So that is one way, like we are able to reach to the every department through this. And one more thing, what happened is that during this street play, as I just mentioned, I wrote a song, a story, and music was included into it, and that was used for displaying this. And during this National Pharmacovigilance Week, we have used electronic e-paper presentation, where we have hundreds of youngsters. They participated in this event, and we received almost 100 e-papers for displaying in our conference during that week. And we can see that like we are able to reach out to the throughout India. You can see that dots are there right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Gujarat to Assam. Everywhere we could see that enthusiastic participation. And similarly, reflective writing, short movies were also organized, and again so many people participated. So the advantage of this is that we are able to network with the people, get the gathering, and convey the messages, and we can develop over a period of time. I believe that these kind of events will help in future collaboration and conveying the messages. Suppose if you want to give messages to the larger population, I believe webinars can be the very interesting methods of delivering the messages. And especially if the students want to, again and again want to learn, in that case, I believe that again, these webinars, recorded webinars, if they are made available in YouTube, and they can very well go back to these presentations regularly, and if someone misses the class also, they will be able to. And if you see, I believe me, we are using all these techniques for presenting the topics to the students, and our students are very happy. I can tell you, they are really, they also sometimes they say that we are very fortunate to get these kind of lessons. Then flashcards. Flashcards are the another interesting ways of displaying the pharmacovigilance activity. And when we show these cards, suppose like if you want to conduct viva, or if you want to do any public displays or in an exhibition, so we can flash these cards in front of the participant and tell them that what is this. If they say they may not identify, then we can start generate the interest among them, and we can keep on telling them that these are like some of the messages how we can convey, and these can be a very interesting tools for us to convey the information. As I said that like podcasting, I recently invented that this can be done easily. Anchor app is there, Spotify is there. See, if we use these tools, then our talks, once recorded and left there, they can be accessed any part of the world, and many audience can be easily created, and we can attract a lot of people towards these kind of new methods of delivering of the information. And I can tell you, recently I did one monkeypox related podcast, and I displayed all the information related to it, and I'm sure that many people found it very interesting, and I got very good responses. All of you can do it. And one more thing, I wrote one article, that is 2 songs, one in Kannada and another in English, report all adverse events. In this song, what happened, like I have written what are all the whole song talks about what are the, what do you mean by adverse drug reaction, which is considered as adverse drug reaction, and where to report, what to do with an adverse event. And once reporting is done, what happens after that, like the drugs are removed from the market. Like this, the messages are conveyed, I think it was well received again. And it can be like, it's not the only, this kind of songs can be created in every language. And if I can do it, all of you can do it. Please, try these things. It will be very interesting. As I said that, like I conducted one more All India radio program where I talked about the adverse drug reactions. I talked about the adverse drug reactions and due to the self-medication. Okay, self-medication, how it is injurious if you take the self-medication. And especially I did this program during the COVID situation, because you can see that no doctor consultation was there, no health facilities, and people were not allowed to come out only. Then how can? So like this, in that situation, they called me. I explained them what are the adverse drug reactions that can happen due to the self-medication. So like this, you can very well do. Then one more thing I did is selfie abhiyan. Selfie abhiyan, what I did, I created the poster regarding what is our adverse drug reaction, where to report and whom to contact and all those things. I made one poster. I took to every department in the almost 20 departments are there. I went to every department and I handed over. They only fixed on the notice board, and they are showing, you can see there that, they are showing that there is a method to report adverse reactions, where to report, how to report, and all those things. So all these things, really very interesting to see that, like every department participated in this. And I took all the selfies, and this is something you can do so that you can popularize. One is your existence is understood first, and then you can make connections. And if you go and ask the people that, please give the reports, they will also get irritated. They may sometimes feel that, okay, why, like every time these people are asking adverse drug reactions. But if you say that, I want to do these kind of things, who would not like to take selfies? Everyone nowadays, it is a crazy thing, and everyone would like to do that. And just use these opportunities, you can very well do. And again, Global Pharmacovigilance Society, they conducted a sketch activity, and I did participate. But at the same, most interestingly, what I saw was that, like participation from the youngsters. A lot of M Pharma, V Pharma, biotechnology students, they all participated in this event. And I could see that, like the prize winners, they did so well, excellently, and displaying this information in the social media. And I'm sure that, like it will have a lot of eyeballs looking into it, and it will popularize the pharmacovigilance concepts. So you can very well do these things. Then one more thing, you can see that, like in our hospital, we have requested everyone to write ADR on the right top corner. Even today, I had a meeting on the prescription audit, and in that I again insisted. And you can see that, there is a mark has been made here, adverse drug reaction, and there is a drug given, that is ASV has been given, and it has used wheezing, and they have given the treatment by giving the hydrochlorothiazide, hydrocortisone, and antihistaminic has been given. So like this, I'm sure that, like it will help us to identify the adverse drug reactions at the root level, and it can be popularized to any nursing station or technician, or to the doctors who are on duty. Then comes is the one patient, one PV card. This is an initiative of the Global Pharmacovigilance, and I congratulate again Chinmaya for doing that, and he is the first one to. In this way, what we can do, we can collect the data through online mode, and it is directly computerized, and you are issuing a card. It's like any Aadhaar card or any credit card. And if a patient goes to the doctor, and if he shows that, and the doctor knows that this drug is, the patient is allergic to this drug, and similarly, like he can take precautions. And nowadays, see, we all know that so many known adverse drug reactions are there, but still we are not preventing them. But I believe that this kind of initiative, having a identity card, and whenever they go to patient, whenever they go to hospital, if they show this kind of cards, I believe that it will be very helpful for the physician and even for the patient. Flannelograph is the something is that, like it's a cotton cloth with some background picture, and you can take some toys and you can tell a story, like, a patient came, he took a medicine, it happened like this, they developed adverse drug reaction, anaphylactic reaction, and they were about to die, but a doctor came in and he treated. So like this, we can develop the story, and easily in an assimilatable way, we will be able to, display the information. Models and simulation models, these are something, very interesting nowadays because of this NMC. It has been, made it mandatory that, skill lab should be there. Similarly, in this manner, we should have some models. Sometimes we can leave it on the doctor's table, or like basically, if you go to any respiratory physician's office, you will see that a lot of models related to respiration, related to bronchial asthma, all these things will be there. So why not we have some, like spina bifida models, or anaphylactic model, or body rash model, so that we can show. This can be the one is to initiate the discussion during your teaching, and also if you are doing an exhibition, so we should include these models for the discussion with the patients and others. Then comes is the another way we can popularize pharmacovigilance is that, like, telling the stories of the famous personalities, what happened when they took the medicines. You can see that, very young artists like Prince, who died after taking huge amount of medication, fentanyl overdose, and at 57 years he died. So everyone, like recently we had a famous film star died in Karnataka, and we all felt for them, but we don't know what is the cause. But like whenever we lose a famous personality, we all feel for them. But if there is a reason like this, like if someone has taken medication and they died because of that, some adverse drug reactions, and if we popularize that, like it will attract more number of eyeballs, and it will popularize similar. A wrestler superstar, she also died because of so many medication, self-medication. And now I am coming towards the end of my presentation. You can see that I have used majority of these. Still, I am yet to use quiz model, which can be achieved very soon. I'd like to do that. And then experience sharing by the patients, I believe that that can be done. I need to, take an initiative towards that. Postcard stamp, again, it is at the government level. I believe that Global Pharmacovigilance Society can write to the government, and even IPC. We should, lobby with the government agencies to release some postcard, or, coin related to pharmacovigilance. And it takes time, but still, if we can make an effort, I believe that. And even during the national pharmacovigilance, if we can ask a minister, or our prime minister to speak for 1 minute or even 30 seconds, it will be nice. And then calendar wall table, for wall tables, all our tables can be created through our society. If you are giving some gift or somewhere to someone, and I believe that you can consider these for displaying pharmacovigilance related information. Then laser shows and puppet shows, I believe that this requires a little bit of skilled people, and over a period of time we should be able to achieve that. And then rally walkathon, I have not yet done. I think it is achievable. In the future I should be able to do that. So there is a long way to popularize, and I believe that to collect the pharmacovigilance related information, we need to go to the root level. Okay, so we need to talk to the patients, we need to talk to the relatives, we need to talk to the emergency physician, we need to talk to nurses, we need to talk to healthcare workers, and everyone down the line, and encourage them, enthusize them, and to get these safety issues. Then only we will, all our signal detection, everything will be possible, unless we get the right kind of information. And I am sure, pharmacovigilance cannot excel. So most importantly, we should try to popularize the pharmacovigilance and attract the more eyeballs, and convey the messages in a more assimilatable way. Hope that, like, there is no second chance for us to make the first impression. So use the best method which we can use, for making our pharmacovigilance popular and which can attract more number of adverse drug reaction reports, and also channelize the resources. Government in every AMC, we require manpower. So only if we have only a coordinator, they cannot do anything. We should have sponsored from the government to have one pharmacovigilance associate and co-coordinators who can help us to gather more information. So see, I can tell you my experience. We have good number of reports, but we don't have time to upload them. So we require the manpower who can help us to upload these reports to the regulatory like Vigiflow or any others. Thank you very much. Hope all of you enjoyed my presentation. I believe that I made best efforts to bring different ideas to popularize pharmacovigilance. Hope we can have more methods to popularize our pharmacovigilance concepts right from the root level to the top. Thank you. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shiva Murthy. I really appreciate and respect for all the interesting work which you've done so far and enlightening us about how media and related tools can best be used to create and amplify awareness about pharmacovigilance. Thank you so much. I hand over the dice to Dr. Manoj and Chinmaya for closing the session.
Thanks, Dr. Swati. Thanks so much, Dr. Shiva Murthy. It was wonderful. In fact, I always tell that if we empower patients and consumers, then we can create a landmark in pharmacovigilance. And the number of reports can be increased to a great extent. We could have utilized this during the COVID vaccine scenario itself, but then even now it is not late. Empowering patients, making them aware can really help in pharmacovigilance. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Rojaramani ma'am to say something. And thank you so much, Dr. Swati Chaudhary ma'am, for nice moderation and